Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about the first time trying and using Lunar Beauty. I have the Moonshroom palette as well as a gloss. So if you want to see 3 looks with the palette, then just keep on watching. By the way, this is look number 3. Let's talk about the Moonshroom Collection. Listen, I am normally not like interested in Lunar Beauty. They have beautiful packaging, but mostly the color stories are not up my speed. But then they released the Moonshroom Collection, and it is now online at Purish, which I bought this from. Of course, it is on Lunar Beauty. I will link down a bunch of like sites where they have this collection. This is, by the way, the palette, and you see this like moon is a little bit raised. I feel like Lunar Beauty, I mean, it's a name. There is like a lot of that. We do have like the same outer packaging. We do have a gloss as well. I want to talk about it a little bit more, talk about the whole thing, talk about the palette and maybe others, and I do want to talk about the gloss as well. So let's do this. Starting with the gloss, because I feel like that is easier. I ordered one of 3 glosses. There were an eyeshadow palette, there were a face palette, and then there were 3 glosses. And I did not try Lunar Beauty before except for lashes. Other than this, don't know how they perform or not. So I bought the color Soul, which is like a peach color with gold shimmer. It does smell like caramel. This is the applicator. Like it's a, I would say, standard regular doe foot applicator. This one is a semi-sheer gloss. It has definitely more color to it than, I don't know, but it's not as opaque as others, I would say. I have that on right now. I do have that on in all of the 3 looks you will see at the end of this video. I will put down timestamps when the tutorial parts and which parts will be like playing. So if you want to just go to that part because you do own that palette, you already use that palette, then you just need some new inspiration, skip to that part. I do have to say, I love the color of this. I'm super happy that I picked up this color. There were other colors as well, and listen, I'm a sucker for those peachy tones. Again, it definitely is a little bit of a heavier scent with the caramel. I do have to say I don't like that. I would prefer a more fruity, lightweight scent, but that's just me. If you love caramel, this could be great. And also, just so you know, this is like a 1 second like smell. I put that on and I was like, okay, how long does the scent linger? And listen, it's gone when I'm finishing like doing my lips. So even if you don't like the smell of caramel, this one, again, not a problem at all. And again, this is the shade Soap. Let's talk about the main actor. Listen, I do love Lunar Beauty packaging. This one, I'm not a fan. I have to say that. It's a little bit deep, dark. I really was hoping a little bit more bright. I'm just like saying. I mean, yes, it's a colorful packaging, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bright as I would hoped. But maybe that's just me. Just saying. Maybe that's just me. We do have, by the way, on the back side, just this. There are no names because the names are inside. And listen, I totally agree. We don't need that on the back side because we have it inward. The palette has, of course, a full on mirror on top, and then we do have 12 matte shades and then 6 shimmer shades. We do have a variety, I would say, on yellow browns. We do have some purples, and we do have a cool tone green. Yes, that's the only cool tone green in the whole thing. I just don't get it. We do have one really light shade, which I have in my inner corner as well. And then these are the shades. This one, by the way, is like a toppery shade. I do have that on today as a topper. And I do have to say, color-wise, these are the colors I love. I love yellow tones, I love browns, I love colorful things, I love like the purple. Listen, I love purple and yellow. That is totally my speed. Do have to say though, this shade is a little bit lost, if you will, because none of the other shades are cool toned. And I'm like, I was like blending this out with this shade, by the way, my favorite shade of all time. Like this is gorgeous browny yellow shade. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This one, again, perfect. But it's like way warmer than this. And the only other cool tone shade is this brown. I'm still not sure why it is in the palette. And I feel like the same goes for that purple. because it's like a, I mean, yes, if you use both of these purples, that works, but that is a bright as purple. I love it. It's an amazing, like, it's amazing color. I absolutely love this color, like, but it's not as bright as this, and this one is just like a little bit muted. And I have to listen, let me go with the critique first, and then we can talk about the rest. But I feel like I miss, let's say it like this, I miss a really, really light yellow gold. Like, listen, this is a green, love that color, it's beautiful. This one is a deeper gold, and this one is a lighter gold, but not so light. You know, I can't use this on my inner corner. I can't, because it's way too yellow. I feel like these two are way too close. I wish that this one would be way, way lighter, because then I would love this palette more. And this one, I mean, yes, you can use that. I mean, it's a gold, like a reddish color. You can use that with maybe this brown. That works fine. This one, on the other hand, it's like it has a blue shift. We don't have blues here. I mean, you can use that with the purples, you know, don't get me wrong. But this, again, is more of a topper shade. Just have that in mind. And again, other than this, I mean, this one is, in my experience, you can see it on my inner corner. It could have been a touch lighter, but I'm pale AF, so I understand that that's not always the case. But again, if that shade would be way lighter, and maybe this one brighter, I would love to have like a brighter purple in here, and then maybe another cool toned mid shade to blend this out. But other than this, I have to say, I love it. I love the quality. They blend easily. I did do the second look that you will see that are purples and yellows, and that is just the mattes. They're stunning. I did today a look where I just used like the brownish yellow tones and then used this and this shade. Looked stunning, hold up amazingly. I don't, by the way, I heard from other creators, like from Angeshka, also Quanta Junkie, if you're from Germany, I heard that like these layer badly. So if you like saturate the like the primer with color, like a ton of color, then like they don't go on top. For this look, by the way, I did put on the mid color first, then go in and deepen it up, and I didn't have any problems. I'm not sure if that is just me and my palette, just doing aware, or maybe because the technique I am using, I'm not saturating like the crap out of the mid shade. I'm not doing that. So I'm just blending a little bit and then putting on like a deeper color on top of that. And I did not have any problems with like patchiness, did not have any problems with blending at all. Again, you can see that look in look number 3 to see that didn't have any problems. For me though, I have to say I mostly use the deepest shade first and then go from there. So if you have that problem and you own the palette, maybe do that, go with the deepest shade and then blend that out. I do have to say I also put this one on top of my shimmers today as well, or as my mattes as a liner, and it worked amazingly. Again, that look what I'm talking about I did not film because it was just for work, but I didn't have any problems with the palette at all. Again, color wise there are some questions here, but other than this, did not had any problems. And I do love yellows, I do love yellow browns. Again, this shade, my favorite, my absolute favorite shade of all time. I do love that we have this bright purple and this bright yellow, and this is a really nice bright yellow, which I love, and it did show up. It is pigmented, that is amazing. And again, this one, you can see it, it's in here in the middle of my lid, it is here in the inner corner. It is a really nice shade. Again, for me, it is definitely more yellow toned. I mean, I can get away with it. If you're lighter than me, maybe not, just saying. But in general, I highly recommend the palette. I'm just saying. I feel like especially I will use this quite often because again, there are also neutrals, but also colors. So you can go in both directions. And for my looks, they were all colorful. So just so you know. But again, you can go in the neutral route as well. And I feel like this palette is like perfect for fall because listen, that color, I absolutely love that. That is like one of those pukey greens that I absolutely love. I do love a pukey green. Again, this one, it's not, listen, I don't enjoy like cool tone greens a lot, but in this case, it's stunning. And look at the depth. And again, that was the second color I put on. So it's not like the first one. Again, a beautiful palette. I absolutely loved every single look of this. And again, also the gloss, like highly recommend both of them. I absolutely love both of them. I can't tell you a bad thing. Again, there are some reviews that if you like put down too much color on your primer, that the color on top can't stick to that. But again, I did not have that problem. I'm just telling you that there could be a possibility. But other than this, highly recommend this palette and the collection. Telling you, like the first round of Lunar Beauty in my case, and it's a hit. Just saying, it's a hit. If you want to see now my 3 looks I've created with this palette, then just keep on watching, because we were going now to the tutorial part of this video. Let's start. I will try Soul first. This one seemed to be like a peach with gold sparkles, which, if you know me, that's totally up my alley. Oh, interesting. It smells, I would say, like caramel. Let's try that. I did indeed line my lips a little bit. Ooh, it's a yes. Oh, yeah. This seems to be like semi-opaque. It's not really opaque, but it's also not like sheer, you know what I mean? So it gives enough color. I don't see like a ton of sparkle, which I'm not mad about that either. Like, look at this. Yes, totally yes. Yeah, let's play with the palette. I am indeed so excited to play a little with this. I don't even know where to start. I did not swatch them, I just have them. I think I want to start with Weeping Willow, which is this shade here. And we put that in our crease and then we go from there. It comes first time trying Lunar Beauty. I put that on an Singe EO2, which I love to do. And then we will put that on our outer corner. This like is our starting point. You can of course start with the mid shade. I wanted to start though with like a really deep color so we can like go from there. I also put that a little bit in the crease, but more than ever I put it in the outer corner. You can definitely tell, and we'll definitely drag that a little bit more out as well, just because I do have small, a little bit hooded eyes, so I want to like drag my eye a little bit out further just so it looks bigger, which it's not. I also put that on the lower lash line, and then I want to go in with Meadow, this one here, which seemed to be a little bit of a greenish shade, like a lighter greenish shade, and we will blend out the beautiful, by the way, this is stunning. It fits quite perfectly with the green theme. So yeah, I will blend out with Meadow. By the way, this is a Refer 14. I will like just like tap a little bit of the product on my hand because I don't want to have like a streak of greenish color and a little bit too much on there, and I will just blend that green. And you can always go in a little bit to like pick up additional like product as well, and we will just like blend the first shade. And that, by the way, is looking gorgeous, and we're not even like close to anything. I did pick up a little bit more product and swiped it on again to my or on my back of the hand, and like look at this. This would be great. You can go with the yellow, you can go with the lighter shade, you can do all the other things. Like this is, that's super damn pretty, by the way. Absolutely love the gloss. We're having a little bit of fun with the purples. I did pick up Pixie Pop, which is the bright purple shade, and we will put that just a little bit like a more in the inner corner. I just want to have like a little bit of a more unexpected outcome. You can go of course with like the yellow, which would be like perfect for that look, or even the lighter shade, and you would be fine. Listen, I'm just having fun. Like, look at this. That's pigmented. that's super damn fun. And again, we will just blend with no additional product, just the same brush. And we will just blend that in the greenish yellow. So the two colors like mix a little bit. We will, of course, bring all this in with a little bit of shimmer on the lid. I will do that on the lower lash line as well. And then we go play with some shimmers. We will start with Fungi, which is the green. This is the, I feel, deepest shade in the palette. I wish that there would be at least one really, really light shade. There is a bluish color, which, I mean, that could be fun. But just let's start with that in the outer corner. And I feel like we will go till about mid-lid. And this, by the way, is like my favorite kind of green. Because it's like these, like foresty, beautiful, like look at this. This is such a pretty shade. Such a pretty shade. Super damn, and it like fits like perfection. And then we of course have Witch's Head, which is the purpley shade. I'm hoping this is like pigmented at all. By the way, both of the shimmers I did spritz a little bit of setting spray on there, so just that we have enough like product and it is blending well as not like blending or crumbling all over me. To be honest, this is not my favorite shimmer. Like the color is way like more neutral purple than I would like. So let's try something else. I will use the bluish shade, which is Magic Mushroom, and we will use a little bit of a brush. And this one seemed to be having a shift to a blue. I will spray that as well. And we will put that on top and see if that is like brightening a little bit. Yes. This is brightening a little bit of the purple to a like bluish shift as well. Not sure if you can tell, but in my case, that's a win. Yeah, that's way better. I wish again that there would be like a brighter purple here inside, so you can like match this with the bright purple there. But yeah, we don't, so we'll work with that. For the inner corner, we will use Fluff Ball, which hopefully will be light enough. I do have to say, I really like doubt it, but it's not bad. Again, I'm pale AF, so if you're deeper than me, this is probably like the perfect inner corner highlight. Again, for me, it's working, but you can definitely see when I look at you, you can definitely see like the straight up yellow shift, which again, perfect for the palette because the coloring is like perfect for that. What do you think? I will finish that look, do that on the other eye, and I'll be right back. This is the finished look. I absolutely love it. I put in the Empress Lashes by Kiss, and then I also put on Night of Creation by Kaleidos in my waterline, because why not? Listen. I do have a lack of light purple liner that are still available, so we'll go with that. I do have to say I love the look. It is definitely something out of like a fun and colorful way. I wish there would be like a lighter purple shade or a lighter shade in between, because I feel like this and this are like maybe not the same depth, but I wish that these two would have been a little bit different. So this one may be really lighter. This one is like saving a little bit of it. We'll find out, you know. But so far so good. So let's go to the second look. Welcome to look 2, and I do want to play a little with the purples. So we're doing a little bit of an abstract eye, and we're fun with purples and yellows. We're using the deepest purple, which is Pretty Poison, and we will just like having fun with the shape, if you will. You can use every shape you like, round, a little bit more like rectangular. Just want to have like a base, if you will. And I'm using this small YesStyle brush. You can use every single brush you own that is a little bit more dense and a little bit more precise, if you will. And I'm just like, again, going through that. I will also put that on my lower lash line as well, just a little bit. And from here, we will go and take the other shades. We do fill this out with Pixie Puff, which is the bright purple we already had in one of the looks. Just pressing that down. We will blend a little bit later. And I will go to, I would say, mid-eye. Like this. So that we have like this kind of a shape. Again, it's a little bit purple. Now we will bring in some yellow. I will use a flat brush and lion's mane, and this one is the deeper of the yellows. I would just place that right next to the purple. We will blend in a sec. Like, look at this pretty color. Ooh, that's pretty. And we will not exceed the imaginary line that this, like our first color has. And because that's not enough yellow, I will use Honeysuckle, which is the bright yellow, and we'll place that right here, a little bit further down the line. I will not go till the end because I feel like that's the place where we put like the lighter shade. But look at this, isn't that cute? Love it. As I said, we use Puffball, which is the lightest yellow, just in the inner corner. And like blend this in with, what was it? Honeysuckle? Just a little bit. We can mix these, I feel like, quite a bit. This one seemed to be like a matte look, guys. Just saying. I will blend these in, indeed, in where I use both of the colors. Like for the blend on this one, I will use like lion's mane as well as honeysuckle and just mix them a little bit. So I go with my brush in both of the shades, and then I will just like put that in the place where both of these colors met. And then you can again go in with honeysuckle if you're like, listen, I did mix in a little bit too much, and just enforce the brightness a little bit. Or you can go in with the other shade. I would do the same with the purple as well as lion's mane. I will go in between both of these shades, just mix them a little bit, and we will place that where both of these colors meet. Is this like a prettiest color you ever seen? Of course not, but it's like a blend. As you see, it's like blending into each other. And that's the main thing. Especially when you have like two so different colors, like purple and yellow. Then we can go in just with the purple shade, which is Pixie Pop. And then just place that again in the edges to further like brightening up. You can also go on top of that. And then the last step, I would say, is going into the deepest shade as well with the same brush. We just like fan this a little bit into, just a little bit into Pixie Pop. Like just giving it. Now you can also adjust your like baseline, the outlines of this look. If you say, oh well, I want to go a little bit more into the yellow as well, you can do that now, or you just can like let it like this. I feel like that is such a cute look. Again, a little bit more graphic, but I mean, why not? You know what I mean? You could also, let me go and grab a like a brush that is at least a little bit clean. You can also go in with a clean brush. It is a little bit more rounded, and just like blend a little bit on the edge, so it's not like a stark line. To be honest, I do enjoy it. Like, look at this. I would do that on the lower lash line, finish the look up, and I'll be right back. Hitting my hair today, but this is look, like, I'm sorry for the hair. This is look number 2. I absolutely love it. It is really, really simple, just all mattes, but I mean, that's a nice combination. I do love the combination of purple and yellow. So this is quite easy. Look, you could do this without the like defined like shape, you can use like the same colors and just do your everyday thing, like in the outer corner the deepest color and then go to the light yellow. I do enjoy that we do have a good variety and at least like light and deep shades of both, like as the purples as well as the yellowy tones, because this one is a really nice yellow, to be honest. Yeah, this is all matte look, so let's go for one more. And I think the next one will be exploring a little bit of the browns, because we do have them and I do enjoy a good brown with a mix of a little bit of colors. So let's do the next look. By the way, to complete this look, I used Hello Yellow by Catrice and my waterline, as well as the Noblesse Lashes by Kids. Just saying. Last look, and I do wanted to play a little bit with the like cool tone green. To be honest, there is a lack of cool tone colors in this palette. Like, I have to say, it's difficult for me to find a shade that is like blending out this one, because this is a warm tone green, also similarly deep, similarly not the same, and these ones are all like warmer toned. So the only cool tone is this like really dark brown here. Not sure how they thought that would work, but we will find out. We will test this out, and let's try this. We'll start with Chocolate Truffle, which is the brown. This is, by the way, an Refa 14 mini. And because I didn't do a halo eye in like, sometimes we will do that. Again, I do have a little bit of a like a appreciation for a cool toned like transition shade here, because there is not. We will try to like put that in the two spots where my halo eye will be. This is like more of a transition-y part, to be honest, because for me it's totally difficult to start with the deeper shade when I go to a halo eye. Just saying, if you can do that, do it and then blend from there. For me, this is like something I can't do. Not sure why. So that's why I'm starting with the transition, because that is indeed easier for me. And then we can layer the deep green, which I am planning on using. And then we'll see about the like mid shade. I feel like at least two of these colors are like a little bit random in here. First, the like bluish shifty color, which, I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's like, I mean, yes, could go with the purples, don't get me wrong. But, and then the cool tone green. I'm like, listen, why do we have a cool tone green? By the way, this color is stunning. I put that also on my lower lash line, because I do want to do the halo on the lower lash line as well. You don't have to if you don't want to. I do though. Next step, we use Dewdrop, which is the green. This is the Refa 13 mini, so it's like, I feel the smallest brush I own, like blending wise. And we will just like deepen up this part where we go, and I will also bring it a little bit closer to the middle. Not too much though, but just that we have like a deeper rim, if you will. And then again, we do have a little bit of the blend of the brown. This will not be in any shape, way or form neutral look, because we will use color, but I feel like neutrals always complement like colors, at least in my case. So we will do that, of course, in the inner part as well. And by the way, I don't have any problems with blending on top. I did try that as well with the browns and the yellows today when I got to work, because I was like, listen, I heard from others that there were some problems when you like layer these colors, but to be honest, so far don't have any problems, so that's a good sign. Now we'll do that on the lower lash line as well, and then we'll go in a little bit of a like a lighter middle. By the way, if you ever do something like me where you lined the lash line, if you like the middle part where you shouldn't have, or that could be a problem, I just use a little bit of a cotton pad or cotton swab. Is that a cotton swab? And then a little bit of my cellular water, and then just remove that, because I thought it would be cute. It's not. You see, you can like change that up. I will indeed use a little bit of eye primer in that spot though, because again, oily lids. But in general, don't have like problems with like this part of my lid, just crease, so that's a good point for me. Okay, now we're doing something I would not recommend normally, but in this case, because I do want to use one special shade in the palette, we will do that. I want to use this bluish shade. The point is, indeed, this bluish shade, as you can see here, is not having like quite a base. Don't know if you can tell, it's not what I want. So I will use some mattes underneath, and we will use the ones obviously like honeysuckle, and then I want to use like this one in my like the lowest or the middle part, puffball. I want to use this one's on this on the edges, and then we want to use puffball on the middle, and then we will layer the shimmer on top, just so that we have a little bit of a base color going, so that if the like light is right, we do see like the yellows underneath. Otherwise you would see just my bare lid. If that is a look you want to go for, do it, but for me in this case I do want to have like a little bit more underneath this shimmer. I will start with honeysuckle, which is the yellow, and we will just put that on the edges. Again, don't go all the way in, because I do want to use puffball in the center of the lid, because that is the lightest shade. I feel like that could be so cute. I will blend this a little bit with the deep green, and we have like a little bit of fun with that. Again, you can of course do the whole look in like a matte version, and then just stop when we put both colors down. Like, look at this, isn't that cute? Again, like still missing like a cool tone transition shade, but I mean, whatever. Let's do puffballs, and we will put that in the middle. This is like giving so much like, look at this. Ooh, that's so pretty. We'll do that on the lower lash line as well, because why not? Again, I'm just blending this a little bit with the yellow. That is looking so damn cute. I will use a smaller brush, and we'll use the same colors on the lower lash line as well. Listen, I know I don't have a lot of space down there, like in the lower lash line area, but I'm just like placing a little bit like this, you know, that's like one dot, and then we will go again with the puffball just in the center, like so. Isn't that looking cute? We can also, like, listen, we can also use puffball in the inner corner. I mean, listen, that's the only shade we have for that. See, so it's brightening the inner corner as well, because why not? And then, listen, we'll do this just as casual as possible. We will use our fingers, and if you don't have long nails like I do, I mean, that will work. I probably think that will work. But if you have like longer nails and you are like scared to poke your eye, just use like a flat brush, spritz the product, bring it to your eyes. I would just use, again, my finger. This is the shade. Again, a stunning shade. Wouldn't have thought that. It has like a green shift. You can see a little bit of like a reddish brown underneath. It also has like a silvery type of a shimmer. It's a really nice shade, and we just put that at the center of our eyelid. And blend this in a little bit with the green as well. You can use like a clean finger to like blend this in. See, it's just a shimmer, but because we do have mattes underneath, you still can see like the color blending as well as the lightest in the middle. And if you like, or if I tilt my head like a little bit into the right direction, you definitely can tell that there are colors underneath, but that there is something on top. I absolutely love this, by the way. You can, of course, use that on the lower lash line as well. I will not, though, because listen, I could, like, hurt myself with a lot of things. So I will not do that on lower lashes because I feel like it's kind of cool to see, like, the raw thing, but I love the look. Look at this. Isn't that cute? I will finish that up, do that on the other eye. I will be right back. This is the finished look. As per usual, I used the Empress lashes because I absolutely love these. And then I also used Hello Sunshine, yes, by Catrice, which is a pale yellow, and don't have another pale yellow, to be honest. And to be honest, absolutely love it. Like, look at this. Isn't that cute? You can see a little bit of the shimmer, but I feel like in total, I absolutely love it. I love the green. Love the green. So yeah, this is the third look. I hope you really enjoyed this. And I do love all of them. Which one was your favorite look? Write it down in the comments. I really would appreciate if you do so, because then I know what you want to see more on this channel. Just saying. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it gives you a little bit more of a like review of the palette as well as the lip product. And if you want to see more looks with that, again, write it down in the comments, as well as you want to see more of that. Let's listen. You can try that with other things as well. Write it down in the comments. I would really appreciate also if you subscribe to this channel, because I upload 3 times a week and I love colorful and fun makeup looks, indie brands or brands I've like have a lot of color. Like, listen, we're going with that. So if you want to see that more, again, subscribe to this channel. I wish you a beautiful week and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.